Hi, it's Klug with Aspen Snowmass, Sotheby's International Realty. Happy springtime. I hope you're doing well, enjoying this beautiful weather. Springtime finally arrived in the upper Roaring Fork Valley after a somewhat wet and chilly last couple months. You can see how green it is here now. When we welcome that, we always need the moisture. Skyline Mountain Park is just behind me. It's riding beautifully. I rode Skyline Cozy Line the other day. Trails are tacky and perfect. So get out there and enjoy them. I want to welcome you to our Klug Properties Aspen Snowmass June 2022 community update. I hope it's helpful. Our idea here is to share some community happenings, events, a little market update on what's happening in the Roaring Fork Valley real estate market and what's ahead for what's going to be a great summer season ahead. Let's talk about a few of my favorite events that are kicking off here in June. The Silver Queen Gondola is running this weekend, and it opens next weekend, Food and Wine Weekend for the summer season. Hiking up Ute Trail, coming down the Gandhi so you don't have to hike down, is a favorite local and visitors workout way to start the day. Talking about gondolas, the Snowmass Gandhi opens on June 21st through Labor Day weekend, and then weekends in September. A favorite Snowmass Village tradition is the Thursday night free concerts. This is the 30th anniversary of the Fanny concert series that will begin next Thursday, the 16th, with hot buttered rum. So go enjoy a little hot buttered rum next Thursday in the Fanny concert. The Food and Wine Classic, the unofficial kickoff to the summer season, is next weekend, the 17th through the 19th. It's sold out. We may have a few ins, so reach out to us if you're still looking for a ticket. But that's going to be super fun. Aspen will be full again with foodies and the whole food and wine scene. So hopefully you'll be here enjoying that. It's still pretty quiet this week. Next week things will really change. A couple more of my favorite events I want to touch on. The Jazz Aspen Snowmass June Experience is June 23rd through the 26th, taking place all over town at Belly Up, the Wheeler, the W, the Aspen Art Museum, different downtown Aspen venues. Lots to experience there. Ideas Fest kicks off with the Health Festival, June 22nd through the 25th, followed by the Ideas Fest, the 25th through July 1st. Tickets are still available. Check aspenideas.org. And finally, the Aspen Music Festival, a favorite tradition in the West End, kicks off their summer season June 30th through August 21st. Lots to experience this summer. There is honestly no better place than Aspen Snowmass in the summertime. Those are just a few of my favorite events. There's lots more happening. The upper Roaring Fork Valley real estate market is seeing an increase in dollar volume, anywhere from 5 to 21% for Aspen and Snowmass single-family homes and Aspen condos. Dollar volume for Snowmass Village condos, due to an utter lack of inventory, is down about 31%. But overall, volume up, transactions way down. We're seeing transactions dip anywhere from 22 to 41%. Higher dollar volume, less transactions. And then on the flip side of that, what's really causing that is average sold price way up for single family and condos in Aspen and Snowmass, price per square foot way up. We're looking at a 54% increase in average sold price single family in Aspen. Average sold price for an Aspen single family home today through March 31st, 2022, year to date, is about $19.5 million. So huge increase there of 54%. Sold price per square foot on average for single family homes up 58% at $32.80 a square foot on average for a single family home in Aspen today. Aspen condos are seeing an increase, average sold price of about 41%, an average sold price of $4.8 million, $28.56 a square foot, also up 61%. Snowmass Village, average sold price of $7.7 million, that's up 47%. Average sold price up 36% at average sold price per square foot, at $16.45. Average days on market across the board is pretty much about half of where it was a year ago. Same story with Snowmass Village condos. Average sold price up 54% at $2 million for a Snowmass condo today on average, and price per square foot up 62% at $14.55 a square foot for Snowmass Village condos through May 31st, 2022. Looking at inventory, what we're seeing is overall in Aspen, the inventory is down about 50% year over year, which is also considerably down the year before. So half the merchandise on the shelves, half the inventory today that there was a year ago, which was also about the same story from the previous year. In Snowmass Village, it's about 20%. Remember, EPL, Electric Pass Lodge, is completely under contract. Havens is under contract. Snowmass Village is going to launch Aura Snowmass in the weeks ahead, so stay tuned for that. I think that's going to be a great high-end luxury opportunity, slope side on Assay Hill for 3-bedroom plus dens or 4-bedroom plus dens, 2-car garages. I think that's going to be a great product. East West continues to improve their offering in Base Village, and I think get better and better. Let's talk about for a second some monster sales, some absolutely eye-popping sales we saw in Aspen the last few weeks. Starting really with 1011 Ute Avenue that traded just a few weeks ago for $60 million. That sold just over 2 years ago for $27.695 million. So you're seeing, a $60 million sale that traded for just over half that a little over 2 years ago. I think the best example of that is probably the Hilfiger house, the former Mitchell house, that sold in December for $30.95 million, appreciated about $19 million in less than 4 months, traded at the end of March for $50 million. So $60 million on Ute, $50 million at 555 Aspen Alps Drive, right there, slope side on Little Nell. We saw the former owner or founder of GoDaddy's property at 439 Pearl Court, sold for $43 million for a 12,000 square foot lot and a beautiful contemporary 6,000 plus square foot house in the West End. That just traded a few weeks ago for $43 million. There was another West End sale at $32.25 million, the end of May at 124 West Hallam. We were really proud to sell 926willoughbyway.com at $35 million on Willoughby Way, which was a record-breaking price per square foot on Red Mountain at $52.17. So again, what we're seeing is less options, less inventory, dollar volume still ahead of where we were last year, but transactions way down, but trading at a much higher price. And I think the way to explain that is the properties that check all the boxes, that are priced correctly, staged beautifully, newer, more mountain contemporary, marketed aggressively. If you check all the boxes, it's still flying off the shelf. Maybe a little bit less urgency on the part of buyers today than what we saw certainly last year and the year before. Still strong demand, inventory historically low. I'm anticipating a great summer selling season ahead, but the strong occupancy, Aspen Snowmass being totally full again, nonstop events and activities like I mentioned earlier, might mask the fact that, hey, market conditions may be changing. We may see things slow a little bit in the coming months or next winter or next year, but it's still one of the great places on earth. This is not a bubble because demand is still very strong and inventory is historically low. So I anticipate a great summer selling season ahead. Thanks for tuning in to our Klug Properties June 2022 community update for Aspen Snowmass. I hope it was helpful. Just a couple things I want to close with. We've got a new website launching in the weeks ahead. Excited to share that, hopefully right before Food and Wine Weekend. That's the #1 visited broker website in the Roaring Fork Valley with about 8,000 monthly users on average. We just launched a new TikTok channel. Yes, you can teach an old dog new tricks. You won't see me dancing on there, but maybe some great short clips of our properties with some catchy tunes. Also want to share with you our Living Aspen magazine summer 2022 will be coming out in the weeks ahead. Stay tuned for that. It really showcases our exclusive offering of our property collections and some of those new listings that we'll be showcasing in the weeks ahead. Have a great summertime. Let's get out for a hike or a bike. No better place to be than Aspen Snowmass for the summertime. I hope to see you soon. Thank you.